Hey guys, my name is Ashley Sim and today I'm going to talk to you about animal testing. For many centuries, people have been running experiments on animals, and there are two main reasons for doing so. Number one, to find out more about the animal itself, and number two, to test certain substances and procedures to see if they are harmful to animals, so that they can be used on us humans as well. This second category has given rise to a great number of debates all around the world, and today I would like to put forward my views on this matter. Animal rights activists have resorted to trespass, violence, death threats, and hunger strikes in their mission to end this practice of animal testing. Animal testing peaked mostly during the 1980s and has since been on the decline. This decline is a result of many regulations that have been put in place to make it more difficult to gain approval for animal testing. Another reason is because many alternatives to animal testing have been introduced to the world. About 5% of all animal deaths are the result of animal experimentation, which adds up to about 500 million deaths due to this. As you can see, the pie chart shows the majority of the animals used are mice and rats. However, this chart does not include the invertebrates, such as shrimp and fruit flies, which are surely used in much larger quantities. Firstly, I would like to talk about why we should continue to do experiments on animals.
Number 1.
First and foremost, we have to realize that our primary concern is to reduce the suffering of humans. Secondary is to consider animals. Truth be told, it is not our fault. Instinct tells us to protect our own kind. It's human nature. Furthermore, we are considered to be the most advanced organisms on the planet.
Number 2.
There have been numerous number of breakthroughs through animal experimentation. A huge breakthrough came in 1922, when animal testing allowed for insulin to be isolated from dogs. Before this, people with diabetes essentially wasted away from the metabolic effects of uncontrolled high blood sugar. In the 1930s, modern anesthetics and antibiotics were developed from the use of animal testing. In addition, anticoagulants and kidney dialysis, both life-saving treatments, were introduced following animal testing.
Number 3.
Although in principle, it is more important to reduce human suffering than to prevent animal suffering. However, in practice, it is possible, and definitely right, to keep animal suffering to an absolute minimum. Scientists who experiment on animals should place great importance on the welfare of the animals that they are handling, such as using anesthetics whenever possible, and keeping animals in clean, comfortable, and healthy conditions. In short, it is possible to experiment on animals without being cruel to them.
Number 4.
Human beings share 99% of their genes with chimpanzees, and only slightly fewer with other monkeys. As a result, the reactions of these animals will be a very good guide to the possible reactions with human patients. Other than primates, many other animals share the same basic physiology with humans. Furthermore, it would not be right to risk the life of a human being when a substance or procedure could instead be tested on another creature. And now, I would like to talk about why we should not experiment on animals.
Firstly,
We have to realize that although we've had a number of breakthroughs, there has probably been an even greater number of failures, and the animals are the ones that suffer. Such as when the drug has harmful side effects. The animal that is being experimented on is the one being subjected to the torture. Unfortunately, the very small numbers of successes tend to overshadow this sad fact.
secondly,
The animals themselves are completely defenseless. Animals have no voice. They cannot tell you when they are in pain or when they want you to stop. The fact that animals do not have our mental capabilities means that they need us to take care of them, almost as if they were our own babies.
thirdly,
In practice, we know that animals being experimented on are never treated well.
I didn't see that was already ready. I grabbed that. I grabbed it.
There. She's gonna kill him. I'll ram it down his fucking throat.
and finally,
The animals being experimented on are nothing like humans. The reaction of a mouse to a substance is no guide to human reactions. Although we have similar physiology, every species is unique. And the more similar an animal is to a human being, such as a chimpanzee, the more intelligent it is, and thus the more immoral it is to treat it as a disposable and worthless biological object. In conclusion, to say no to animal experimentation would mean saying no to medical advancements. However, should we simply allow it, it would cause a huge uproar among animal lovers and activists. I believe animal experimentation will continue for some time, but will slowly phase out as we find more suitable substitutes. We can't do anything about it at the moment. Therefore, I believe we should just be thankful to those animals who have contributed to us having better lives.